King Nima. I want to talk about him because he's calling in on Wednesday. When I showed you guys this, you guys never seen Alpha King Nima?
I had seen him before.
We've talked about him.
Yeah. We did. That's what I thought.
Yeah, in the first, I linked it.
So Alpha King Nima, he does satire, but sometimes it's hard to tell because he's so committed to the bit and he gets in character and he's really, really good at lampooning these guys. He has a TikTok account and he's on Instagram as well. He made a viral TikTok about Matt giving a producer a blowjob in order to make it big in Hollywood. Here, he has so many bangers, you guys.
That's infinite juice.
The dark side of Hollywood is finally being exposed, thanks to one of the true kings of comedy, Cat Williams. You know, before I became wealthy in business, I actually had a somewhat successful career in stand-up comedy. I was on the way up. I was invited to a meeting with some Hollywood executives, along with some now famous comedian, and we were offered the chance for a deal at Online Stardom. But the only way to receive the contract was by sucking both of the execs off. I immediately got up and walked to the door. But before I could even exit, the other comedian was sucking both of their simultaneously. That guy's name was Matt Rife. And that's Alpha King rule number 799. Just because someone is more famous than you, it doesn't mean they're better. They might just be gayer.
So there you go. He's got alpha rules. His delivery and cadence is crazy. I think a lot of people don't know that he's doing satire. Like he went on Pearl's show. Let me see.
A couple months ago, I did a parody video on my page.
Wait, is this him being himself?
Yeah, this is his apology for the Matt Rife thing because Matt Rife threatened legal. But there hasn't been, I looked it up, there hasn't been any news. So we can
It's
ask.
so obviously a joke, Matt, right?
Yeah.
He shouldn't have. All right, let me watch this.
King Nima about comedian Matt Rife. Alpha King Nima is satire. It's jokes. Then a conspiracy account took my video.
Oh, God.
Passing my joke is truth. Not my intention, no permission. Don't know Matt Rife. I never met him. But my silly joke should definitely not discredit him or his hard work.
Well, let me ask this, and I'll ask him. I know he's made the apology, but I'm still thinking his success is kind of bigger than his talent, and it makes me wonder.
Yeah.
What happened in that office with those executives?
Yeah, that day.
Maybe not that day, maybe another day.
Maybe a different day.
So he's joking, but you're doubling down.
I'm doubling down. It sounds plausible. It sounds plausible. How to win big when you're losing. This guy's interesting. His background is real interesting. He's like I'm not 100% sure. He's like I want to say he's like an Arab Jew that lives in Germany. Very unusual. I don't know if he's Arab, but he's from that area. Very interesting combination of identities. Yeah. Let's see.
Years ago, I went over to a friend's house for a small get-together. I took a couple girls with me. Well, it was obvious that one of the girls that was gorgeous, she had her eyes set on my friend, the host. I knew I didn't have a chance, so I had to get creative fast. I excused myself from the dinner party. I went to the bathroom and I on the toilet seat. Then I rejoined everybody back at the dinner table. And I asked my friend, hey, why do you have on your toilet seat? He tried to deny it, but none of us believed it.
None of us.
I ended up taking that girl home that night. Remember, Alpha King rule number 18. When you're losing, creativity is your best friend.
He's so good. He's so good, isn't he?
He's good. So right.
Alpha King Nima. He's on TikTok and Instagram. Like I said, he's calling in on Wednesday. Very interested by him. How much do you tip for coffee? That's a good question. I'd like to know. I need that guidance.
Rudy Coffee.
Tipping in America is crazy. I went to a Starbucks recently and I ordered a croissant. And then the barista spun the machine around. It said, "Do you want to tip?" And then I asked her, I said, "Do people normally tip here at Starbucks?" And she said to me, "Yeah, people tip if they want to be nice."
And by the way, I love the alpha music piped in. It feels so real. So good.
Nice.
And then she said it with a voice where it was sort of an attitude. And then I said, "Okay, well, if I tip, do I get a blowjob?"
You said that?
And for how long? Long story short, she actually called the cops. They arrested me, they pushed me away. I remember thinking that I would have actually tipped her if she wasn't such a bitch. You know, and that's actually Alpha King rule number 14. You can attract way more bees with honey than a beehive.
It's so funny. Oh, it's had the best twist. Actually, she called the cops on me. Oh, God. So fucking good. His girlfriend gave CPR to his nephew. This one is actually,
This one is like the funniest.
this one is honestly good advice to
Yeah.
anybody. And frankly, very insightful. I found this useful. And it just made me glad I don't have a nephew, frankly.
When you think about it, though, every man has a moment in their lives when they think, is the woman I'm dating the right one for me or not? My young nephew once was drowning in my pool. And my girlfriend at the time immediately jumped in and gave him mouth-to-mouth CPR.
So who is this?
My girlfriend. She saved his life. And that was the point that I realized, that was the moment that she was a hoe. And she was for the streets. She was way too excited to make out with that.
Make out?
It's Alpha King rule number 190. Never date a hoe.
Dude, I don't know how he doesn't laugh. That shit is crazy, dude. Alpha King Nemo right there, man. I love him. I've actually been admiring this guy for a while, and I followed him on Instagram, and we connected.
Wow.
Two alphas.
For real.
Finally coming together, man. When he couldn't pay for his date's dinner, that's okay. You're not supposed to pay for a girl's dinner, so this is useful.
I once went out with a beautiful girl to an expensive restaurant in New York, but I wasn't sure I had enough money to pay for the bill. So I discreetly got up, went to the waiter, and asked the waiter to run my card. Well, as luck had it, my card was declined. The waiter told me either me or the date can wash dishes, or he will get the police involved. So I went to the bathroom, washed my face, took 3 deep breaths, and I snuck out the window. Women are better at washing dishes anyway. That's Alpha King rule number 7. The right woman will be with you, no matter how much money you got.
Oh, dude. Oh, where do you even find like a fireplace like that? Like, that's good advice. He's right. Don't, you know.
Yeah, he's right.
Ultimately, yeah, you don't want a partner who cares about how much money you have.
Yeah. And ultimately, if she really likes him after she washes all those dishes, she'll give him a call and they'll schedule
Meant to
another
be.
date.
He posted this meme about Fresh and Fit to his Instagram about how Myron saves men. That's also true. Fresh and gay. How Myron saves men. That is a lot of close contact with men. And not that, like, you know, homies can't tuck each other in at night. Are you sure? Some of these are real, I thought. Bro, I don't think so.
Yeah, I
think they're real. I've seen these before.
At least the top left one, I know for sure.
For you.
This one's real too.
That means you're gay.
I think this one's real too. This is the only one I haven't seen.
You think the...
I mean, look it up, but I'm pretty sure.
All right.
I don't know why the bottom right looks like AI to me. Like, is that
It's in motion.
that guy's real?
I felt gay.
Yeah, it's in motion. I think
Gay.
we're gonna fact that does. Yeah, that looks kind of fucked.
It might be like a video in fast motion that's like really.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Just which ones are real? If you Google like Myron, yeah, let's see which ones are.
I mean,
real.
I'm looking, but I just sent that in the meantime.
They'll listen to their boss, but if I say, would
Yeah,
you
he
listen
did. He went on Pearl's show, dude.
husband,
So
it's
good.
crazy.
I once saw you put a tweet that said if all women stop working tomorrow, society would function fine. But if all men stop working tomorrow, society would be in shambles. I respect you a lot, Pearl. I have to disagree with you here.
Okay.
My wife is the sole reason I am as successful as I am. Every morning, she makes me a cup of tea and gives me a blowjob. Then I start my work. Now, I could go without the cup of tea, but without that blowjob, I wouldn't be as motivated to work as hard, finish my day, and to come back home to get some more. That's actually one of my Alpha King rules as well. It's Alpha King 202. A great woman will help you become successful a lot easier.
They'll listen to their boss, but if I say, would you
So
listen to your
fucking
husband,
crazy.
it's
Oh man,
Photos seem to be real.
they're all real. That's what I thought. They're all real, dude.
Okay.
So that begs the question. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with tucking your homies in and giving them a kiss goodnight. But in my whole life, I've probably, and I'm 15% gay by my own admission. I don't think I've had this much intimate, like laying in bed with my head on my homie.
It's also just very interesting for someone who has so many hateful comments
Right.
to say.
Who's
about-
so homophobic.
Right, who's so
yeah,
homophobic.
I've definitely hung out with the homies after
yeah?
a long night, maybe just fucked up, tucked them in, you know.
You start playing you do a little horseplay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
You play,
assume I
maybe
was
you
gay.
start,
Little
you start
kissies.
swinging pillows at each other.
Okay, let's assume I was gay.
Let's assume, yeah. I think that's a good idea. Let's keep assuming and never stop not
Right.
assuming.
Maybe June is maybe this is the Pride Month.
That's
where
yeah, it's
Myron
Pride
finally
Month.
turns it
Pride
around.
Month.
This is the beginning
Time.
of the great reversal.
Pride Month. Pride Month. What does it mean that here's this guy, he's laying in his lap, he's got his arm around him, he's wearing this shirt. Here Myron is wearing the same shirt.
Pride Month.
I don't think
Share
it's the same.
clothing
Wait,
with
let's
his
talk
homies?
about that.
I don't think it's the
Speak
same.
on it, because you're kind of. I think you might be right.
Do they share a closet? Do they share clothing? Or maybe when he left college, it was left to him as memorabilia and he hasn't washed it because it still has his smell. And he likes to wear it when he goes out to the clubs. But again, this might be just really... this could also just be really lame way to try to make him look gay when it's totally normal stuff for
So wait,
dudes.
the bottom right one, are we sure that that's Myron? Why is
Okay,
it
let's
so
assume I was
like...
gay.
You know, this
Oh,
is...
because the original photo was super blurry. I think that's why.
Oh, they tried to clear it
I
up.
tried to clean it up
They
with like
enhanced that
AI or
shit.
something.
Assume I was gay.
The comments,
Yeah, it's kinda
everyone's
freaky.
confused in the comments. Is your beef with Myron real? I thought you guys were cool.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think he's real.
People think he's
Like,
real.
I think a significant amount of his following doesn't understand satire.
This guy goes, I unfollowed Sneeko and Myron after you showed these pictures. Like, oh, dude, they might be gay.
It's still real to me, damn it.
And what a weird, crazy
We'll have to
world.
ask him about that. What he thinks, what percentage of his audience.
It's such
is,
a
like, in
weird
on
thing
it.
where his audience are actually alpha people.
Right. It's not that weird. They're pretty dumb.
Yeah.
Just
I
don't
mean,
think they get jokes.
yeah. He's too deep in the satire that I feel like he doesn't court a real audience.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Because people just think he's legit.
Yeah. Here he is on Instagram with I Show Speed. Oh. Interesting. Oh, it's just a picture of them? I mean, okay. What happened here?
Okay.
They just took a photo together? Great.
Cool.
Very cool for him. third place in the cheese running contest. I don't know if you know that, Nima.
That the caption of that photo with Speed, he disses Sneeko. That's why I included it.
Oh, he disses Sneeko.
He does.
Ooh. Yeah, so that's Alpha King Nemo. We're gonna talk. He's gonna call in on Wednesday from Germany, from Deutschland,
Deutschland,
from the heart of the German enclave.